What's up everybody, Tech Chucker here, and today I've got a review of the Hasbro Marvel Legends Juggernaut Wave Juggernaut Build-a-Figure. Now this was the must-have figure for me, besides the Deadpool, which obviously I had to have Deadpool, but I was super excited to get this figure, and now that I've got him completed, I am so happy with it. It's super cool. If you haven't already, pop on over and check out the stop motion story video that my daughters and I did. That my girls actually wrote the script. They came up with the set, etc., etc. They did the voices. So if you could, go check it out. There'll be a link to it in the description below, and there's going to be some sort of thing pop up in the upper right at some point. So go check that out. But let's go ahead and take a closer look at this figure. Okay, let's get right to it and get into the articulation. So this figure has a ball hinge for his neck, and he can't really look up much at all, but he can look down a little bit. See if I can get that to pop down. There we go. That's not too bad. It could be better, could be worse. He's got good side-to-side rotation, no issues with that. And then there is just a little bit of tilt within that head, which is great. Moving into the shoulders, he's got a ball hinge in the shoulder. He can get his arm pretty much straight out, which is great. Full rotation of that shoulder, no issues. And then he has an upper bicep swivel, which works pretty good. Single jointed elbow, almost 90 degrees, but not quite. He has a hinge and a peg for the wrist. Pretty limited there. He can get it up a little bit more than he can down, but it's okay. Moving into the torso, he has a hinge joint which allows him to get really far forward and really far back, which is awesome. There is a swivel at the waist, which works good. No issues with that. And then looking at the hips, he has T-jointed ball joints in the, or ball hinges, I believe, in the hips, and he's only able to do the splits about that much, but that's about how much you'd probably need from the Juggernaut anyway. And then he's able to kick forward about this much, and kicking back, oh, there goes the leg. Luckily, because it's a Build-A-Figure, we can pop that leg back on just like so. And he can't really kick back much at all. He's got a single jointed knee, which works okay, could be better. I actually wish it was a little bit better. And then the ankle, he has a hinge, which works pretty good. He can get back that far and forward, not too bad, could be better. And then he does have an ankle rocker, which works really, really good. So overall, the articulation is really, really solid on this figure. Compared to the Marvel Select, his articulation is definitely much, much better. It's almost no competition. The articulation is better than the Select. Now the sculpt and the paintwork, it's definitely a different style than your Marvel Select if you're familiar with that one, but it's still very, very nice. The helmet, the face, you can see there's a chipped tooth. I just think that they did a great job sculpting this and painting it. It looks really, really good. I love the way that this looks. You can see the bolts on the bottom. Maybe if there was a little bit of extra paint on those to differentiate them, but there's some nice textures throughout the helmet, which is just really, really cool. I'm super happy with that. The torso is a much smoother look, and it's very, very clean. I like it. They did the lines nice. And then we get these accent pieces or bands on his arms, which are the same basic look as the helmet, which is awesome. Again, on the back, very, very clean. Very, very nice. I like this belt. I do wish that the paint didn't look like it was wearing off, but whatever. And then down in the legs, again, that smooth look continues until you get to these boots, which have a nice textured look to them. Very, very nice. Not a lot for shading, if any, but you know what? I'm very, very happy. I do wish that these veins had a little bit of paint on them to really accent that sculpt work. But overall, it's still a very, very solid figure. It's big. It's what you'd expect for a Juggernaut figure, I think. Juggy does not come with any accessories, but because he's a Build-A-Figure and he's a giant guy, not a big deal. Maybe some open hands would have been cool, or some grabbing hands. And an unmasked head. That would have been cool. I know a lot of folks have taken their rhino head and kind of made it into an unmasked head. I'm probably not going to go do that, but by all means, go give it a shot. Overall, I'm super happy with this figure. I really love the Juggernaut figure. I love my Marvel Select for its own reasons, and I love this one for its own reasons as well, the articulation being number one. So, what do you guys think of this figure? Is this the best Build-A-Figure you've gotten from Hasbro? The worst? What do you think? I don't think it's the best, but it sure is a really solid figure. Like I said at the beginning, if you haven't already checked it out, go check out the stop motion video that my daughters and I worked on. So, until next time, I'll see you guys later.